What's going on, Mad Skills Motocross community? Today we've got an exciting tutorial for you. We are going to be reviewing the art of the Whipple. If there is one thing that I love the most in this new Mad Skills Motocross 3 game, it has to be the whip function and the different facets that you can use it for when hitting jumps, and specifically the Whipple. There's just nothing quite like that hit of serotonin you get when you perfectly scrub a step up and your peg almost drags the top of the jump and you clear it over and you just are left with that feeling of hell yes, that was sick. So without further ado, let's get into the tutorial of how to do the famous and satisfying Whipple scrub. We are going to be doing this on a track that I personally designed and created for the Whipple. And as you can see here, this jump is massive and there's no way you're going to be clearing over the top of that jump unless you are doing the Whipple. So obviously, as you can see on the screen, we are leaning back, and that is going to be step one, lean back. The purpose of this is to make sure that you're getting a nice preload off the face of that jump and ensuring that your front wheel is already going to clear the peak. Step number two might seem obvious, but it is going to be activating the whip function. So you're going to be sliding that button, whether it's on your throttle or it's a separate button, over to the middle of the screen. That way it starts whipping. And what you'll notice is that since you're leaning back so far, that whip actually will look like more of a pancake scrub. Now that we're starting to go over the peak of this jump, you're going to want to make sure that you start leaning forward. And that will be step three, lean forward. You'll notice that if you don't lean forward, that front end will remain a little bit too high. So in order to kind of make the arc of jumping through the air, you're going to want to start leaning forward to bring that front wheel down back to the ground. All right, guys, now that we have successfully avoided the peak of that jump without crashing and have made it over, it's time to start the correction process and getting our wheels back to the correct position in order to land the jump. Now, in order to do this, you'll actually have to do two things at the same time. So for step four, make sure you lean back and release the whip button. The reason that you want to do this is because whenever you let go of that whip button, you'll see that your front wheel is actually pretty low and you're going to end up endoing and going over the bars and crashing if you land like this. So it's best to just go ahead and once you're starting to make that descent back to the ground, lean back so that you can land with both wheels on the ground. Alright guys, if you enjoyed this tutorial, please be sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video, and comment what other tutorials that you would like to see on the channel. If you were struggling with the Whipple, I hope that this video helped you. That way you can master it and use it and utilize it in all of the different tracks and scenarios. I'm a huge fan of this new trick that they've added to Mad Skills Motocross 3, and I love using it to show off my own personal style and flair in game. I hope that you guys can do the same. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.